Hi, this is Mala from Hearts&Minds Development Center. In a very small village, one day they heard there was this world famous tightrope walker who was coming into town. They've heard of him, they've watched his videos, and this was their golden opportunity to watch him live. So people decided, let's all go and watch this guy. So as the show started, people clapped and waited, and they were all very excited. And this tightrope walker was known to take great risks and perform tightrope walks in ways that people cannot comprehend in the mind. Of course, when he started walking, the whole group clapped and cheered for him because he was so good taking those kind of risks. So after a couple of brave acts, the tightrope walker decided he will do some new acts for this group. So what he did is that he said, you've seen many of this now. There was an announcement that he was actually going to do all of this act differently today by blindfolding himself. Now, what did the crowd do? The crowd clapped and cheered for him because they are thinking, wow, that must be so wonderful for him to be able to do that. And they watched. They looked when he walked from one end to the other end with his eyes blindfolded. Of course, if I was in the crowd, I would have held on very, very hard to my heart because, I can't imagine what would happen. But you know what? He goes through the whole journey and arrives at the other end safe and sound. The crowd just claps and cheers for him, excited. Just when they are coming to the end of the show and they thought the worst is over, the tightrope walker now offers a challenge. He said, would any one of you like to try this? The crowd claps. And he says, well, if anyone would like to try this, I'd like to have a volunteer. Do you think anybody volunteered? No. There was silence, total pin drop silence, because no one in that group could imagine them walking the tightrope with this man and not this mad tightrope walker. Now, in the midst of silence, there was one guy who offered himself. Well, we don't know what was wrong with him. Anyway, the guy goes up to the tightrope walker and, they're preparing for the act. And then the tightrope walker now introduces an interesting, he said, you know what, to make you feel safe, I'm not going to, make him walk. I'm going to put him in this wheelbarrow and wheel him over. Can you imagine how scary that is? The whole crowd went silent and they saw this tightrope walker walking from one end to the other end, pushing the wheelbarrow and the man in it. The act ended. Everybody clapped. They cheered. They thought he was amazing. Now, I'm sure you agree that the tightrope walker is amazing. So is the guy who decided to take a risk. In life, we have a lot of tightropes that we need to walk. And you'll find that it is so easy to cheer other people to walk their tightrope and take their risk and say, I am so inspired by your act. I'm so inspired by your courage. But the question is this: are we taking the risk that we can afford to take? Try life like the guy who volunteered to sit in the wheelbarrow and experience it for yourself, or are we going to spend the rest of our days cheering for other people for them to experience their success? Again, in life we have two choices. We can either live it fully by experiencing it, or cheer other people and watch others move forward. What choice are you going to make? I'm not asking you to volunteer for that tightrope, but I'm asking you to walk your tightrope. Because what will happen is that after you've walked the tightrope, you'll never be the same person, because our life would have changed forever because of these experiences in life. Wish you all the best in walking your tightrope, whatever it is. Have a great day. See you again in the next video.